We're doing a weird stream today. I'm feeling like doing something a little different, a little experimental. We're gonna make something that I haven't tried making before, and we're just gonna see what happens. We'll get back to challenge accepted and all that stuff, but I really just kind of wanted to make. I had an idea in my head, and I don't know if it'll work or not. And I figured I'd take you all along for the ride. So, what I want to make is like a chain system and see what we can do with physics. Let's make the sandbox really sandboxy today. How's that sound? Feels like my music's quiet to me. That's okay. Alright, so let's build a chain asset. Real simple one. We're gonna make it in some meter long sections here. Let's go 16, and of course it's me, so it can't be like too simple, right? It's got to have a little something. Hey Nazman, hey Go West, hi Miguel, Ian the IT guy, Roxy Miguel, and the yoke's on you. How are y'all doing today? Oop. Making a section of a chain. So we're gonna center our pivot. Oh, and I didn't do animator. Spent way too much time trying to figure out how to get timer to start as soon as the player started the experience. Figured it out though. Good. It used to, so I haven't tried this out in a while. It used to be that you can send a message right at the start of an experience. So if you do like start message, if you do a message broadcaster and then have like there's no wait on the message start. Yeah. Oh, you did on player joins. Oh, is it for each? So like not a single player game? Because I was just thinking single player. But if you wanted one for multiplayer, then you'd probably want to do on player joins. It's not available now. You used to be able to just have a message broadcaster start, like you just didn't put any criteria for it sending, and then it would just start when the experience starts. But that's the thing. I think it's when the experience starts. So if you need it to be for per player in a multiplayer scenario, especially if you're using the rules system, then you need to use a multiplayer message broadcaster. And yeah, so when the experience starts, it sends that message for everybody, but not for each new player that joins. Did a multiplayer message broadcaster detect the player that sends the message to the rules to start the timer? Yeah, I think
This is back and I love it. Lurk.
yeah, I will only do it for the ones where I don't have a co-host, because like the having the text to speech available is good, because you know I might miss the chat or something like that, but it also gives me somebody to talk to out loud. Let's see. I'm pretty sure there's an on-player join broadcaster, but it's in the rules system, I think, right? We'll let that load up. You're not that late. We're just getting started here. We're making a big chain link that we can maybe put some assets together. Chain long, and then we're going to duplicate it. Chain short. I'm on a 4K screen, so it's 36. What's it? 3840 by 2160. So actually, I think the VoxEdit buttons are too small on a 4K screen. I'm like, and my mouse pointer is so small. Like, look how much bigger it is. Can you see in the corner? It changes to orange. That's how big I like my mouse pointer over here. It's this little tiny thing. Is the music still having issues? It's just over there buffering. I'm so sad. It was working so well. I don't know what changed. I was so happy with my setup. I wonder if I could tell it to like pre-cache or something. There's a refresh cache of current page, but I think that would restart the whole thing. I don't know. Let's play now. Alright, new node is 3. Wait. That's not what I want to do. Delete node. to 45-degree angle. It's gonna be like that, isn't it? Isn't it? Fine. Fine. We'll open up a little. We'll open it up the old-fashioned way. Let's see how this works. My playlists. That. And then we need browser audio. There we go. All right. Hey, Hoddle. How's it going? Oh, I'm hanging in there. All right. Oh, it's my neck. Adjust this a tiny bit, just till it lines up. is it going to be off by a half? Make a little adjustment. There you go. I was lined up to the wrong portion. That's better. Or is it? Is that always going to be that way? Hey, K Gaming Academy, how's it going? Alright. Oop. I deleted the thing I needed to keep there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Jody. Didn't see you there. How's it over there in YouTube land? Why is that not picking up the color? I swear I'm pressing the right key. Oh, it's just because the ghost shadow was messing me up. There. We are making a giant chain link, so maybe we can do some physics experiments in the sandbox. But we have to make the collisions on it good. So, ooh. Sometimes I forget I have a scrolly wheel mouse, and I just whip it, and then my objects disappear into the distance. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing lined up correctly. Very close. Hey, that's pretty good. It's about as good as we're gonna get it. Like, there's a tiny little gap, but at that size, I don't think it really matters. Alright, so we got that side done. Now we can duplicate these 3 nodes. And rotate them around to the other side. And move them down a bit. Oh, all 3 of them. Alright, and now we need to space these out more. Pretty close. Hey, Garnikin. How have you been? Oh, that's right. I forgot we were loading the Game Maker to, VoxEdit, what are you doing? There we go. Sometimes VoxEdit struggles so hard to make the thumbnails. It just made the whole stream freak out. Alright, so... Who was it that was talking about... Was it Go West? Go West over on Twitch was talking about making a message play when you start a game. So, if we go to game rules, there's events and on player join and on player exit. So you can have a message sent from that. And then you can tell it to do whatever it's going to do for the player. So that's how you want to do that in like a multiplayer context. But those won't work for like, as far as I know, those won't work for starting quests, at least not yet, because quests use like the single player message system, and the rule system uses the multiplayer message system, so they don't mix well together. 3 hours later, when you were building it last night. Sorry, I was asleep. All right. So these need to go further out. Used to be that I would attach all these to one node and then move. Wait, why is this so far? What happened here? Why is this one? What? Why did it do that? Duplicate nodes. Why is it? What's it doing? Why is it doing that? All right, we'll just move them one at a time and see if that fixes it. Did all the work WWAD? What would Alex do? That's did all the work? Yeah, that's what Alex would do. Okay, that worked, I guess. I don't know why it was doing that weird rotation before. Alright, do these line up nicely? Does this just go where I want them to? Is that all the hard work done? Looks pretty close to me. Well, it could be a little bit further. Of course, I can't see the edges. There we go. I hate it when it does that buzzy thing. It's not gonna let me type in here, is it? Nope. I can't get it any more accurate than that. I need, you know what Blender has? Blender has a, so just like you can hold shift to like make things jump to like a full integer, there's another button, I don't remember what it is in Blender, that will let you do a 1/10 of an increment. So you can have it snap to like a big jump, or you can have it, it'll slow down your mouse speed basically. I guess that's what I could do. I could change the DPI of my mouse maybe. That seems like too much effort for this. It's really not that important. Okay. And yeah, we got all this Z fighting to clean up, so let's do that. Did I miss a spot? Oh, it's the wrong color. That's supposed to be this one. VoxEdit's always like, I'm going to use all your VRAM. I don't know if there's a way I can limit that so it doesn't try to take over the whole GPU, make the stream struggle. Alright, I think that is good enough. I mean, like, I'm not, like, super thrilled with that little bit there, but... I mean, I could add a whole bunch more faces, and I could like erase some of it. That's one I already did. Darn it. It's just because of the number of voxels it's processing. Oh, why is it using 14 gigs of RAM? I'm not even joking. Why? It doesn't even need to be using that many. What are you doing? What if we just restart it? Got up to 15 gigs before I closed it. It just sees all the RAM and goes, yummy. Let me use all of that. It's a whole stick for some people. I guess I don't really need to delete the stuff up here, right? We'll just take this stuff. We'll just take this little chunk out, which will actually reduce the Z fighting a good bit. And I don't think we can take this out. Because we'll end up with a gap. But at least it gets rid of most of that edge there. Piece of candy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. It's something about with the when it remeshes. So when you're in the voxel editor, you're using voxels. But when you go to the animator, it's actually using a mesh of the voxel. So something about it remeshing when you go in and out of the models, it just likes holding on to all that RAM. And I don't think it does it for everybody. I think it's something weird with my setup. And it just gobbles up all the RAM. I mean, I had RAM to spare, but it's still like the Java platform, when it's using 15 gigs of RAM, just kind of goes, I don't, what? All right, there we go. After all that, we've got our chain link piece. It's looking pretty good. It's highly symmetrical. We're gonna upload to our workspace. And I have no idea if any of this stuff that I'm gonna try to do is gonna work or not. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. All right, this is gonna be a prop. I don't know why it puts my name in there. Or why it tries to put in password input. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Google, you're being weird. Let's see. Giant chain link. For testing stuff and things. Hey, Woke Zombie, how's it going? We need a search on this thing. There's one that was like... Decorations? No. Did I add it yet? I guess we go with modular parts. And there's one that's going to be like ropes and chains and stuff, but I don't think I added it in yet. So we'll make it a modular part. Seems that once an instance locks, it locks forever. Yeah. So the instance lock feature is designed to close and not reopen. That's specifically what it's there for. It's like if you wanted to start an event. So the use case of it is oftentimes like you want to start an event that has no interruptions from new players. So maybe everybody's playing like a specifically how it was used during the Bompicus event. There was an Easter egg that once one player had unlocked a special door at the end of the Easter egg, it would lock the event so nobody else, like only the players who were there in that experience would be able to get in through the door. No other players would be able to join because it actually changed the way the whole experience looked, and they didn't want people like coming in being confused as to like what's going on here. So instance locking is specifically when you don't want any new people joining for the rest of the duration of that instance. But to have X number of people and only have that limit is you can set teams. So if you go to your spawner and you say assign team, and then you can say what the max players on a team is. A team can have a maximum of 10 players or a minimum of 3. It doesn't work either. It did work. I have seen times when people have like connected at the same time and they've bypassed the limit. But I think that's more of like a temporary server glitch. This is supposed to work. So if it's not working, then it's a bug that should be reported. But yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. It locks the instance just like the instance lock. Even after people leave. So if someone leaves, no one else can join. That's not how that's supposed to work. Maybe that would be something to report, because I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. Otherwise, there's no point in instance lock not being a thing, or like, you know, not having an instance lock available. The whole point is having people be able to rejoin. So yeah, definitely report that, please. We've got our whole report system. There's one. If you go to the welcome screen, there's one at the bottom of that, but then we've also got our Jira submission board. So it's external. There we go. This thing. So you can report a bug or suggest improvements. This is available to everybody. You can find the link to this on docs.sandbox.game. That's the link directly to it, Woke Zombie, but then I'll also put the link to our docs support. Here it is. docs.sandbox.game/general/help contact. I'll put this in the chat for both YouTube and Twitch to see. So this that link that I sent on Twitch is specifically the Sandbox support portal right here, web support. Reported bugs, just improvement. Those are those two things. They've also got ban appeal, KYC support request, permanent account related data removal, builders challenge reward claim, general event claims, memorabilia's claim, Game Maker and client support, Sandbox Game support portal. I think that's okay. Yeah. Some of these links will send you kind of to the same place, but ultimately you get a form that you can fill out. So if you are in a studio, you can put a studio there. You can put it's basically like a subject line to an email, and then which thing specifically. So you're having an issue with the game client. You could put Game Maker and Game Client. This just helps them stay organized, but it is related to matchmaking. So I would say Game Client, but you could put it there. What build version you're in, so you're in 0.10.10 right now, hopefully. Describe the whole issue, what it's doing, what you expected it to do, what steps you took to reproduce the issue that you're having. And if you tried it multiple times, you could say the percentage. So if you tried it 5 times and all 5 times you had the issue, you'd say it's 100%. If you're on Windows or Mac. And then you can paste screenshots, video files, log text documents, whatever you need in there. So that is the best way to get a message to the devs. It used to be that I would query all those messages. So people would say a thing on stream and I'd make the ticket. Or people would say something on Discord over on a ticket on Discord, and then I would make the ticket over there. But we have this portal where all users can put the stuff. So just I give it to you because then you get to talk directly to the devs, and I'm not trying to like be the conduit. And inevitably there's a little bit of a loss of information where like the devs ask me a question, so I ask you a question, then you give me the answer and I give the devs the answer, but then the devs are like, wait, I had a follow-up question to that, and then I have to go back again. This way you're just having a conversation right with them. I mean, they may reach out to you, they may not, because I think you have to set up with an email to have like a profile there to make that ticket. So if they have any follow-up questions, they will send you a message, and then you can also see the status of the ticket. Chances are that somebody's already made a ticket, so it'll just say, oh, this issue was combined with this issue. It just provides them more like evidence to whatever they're working on. All right, did I finish making this? Is it too late? Did I wait too long? Is it gonna time out? Hey, it worked. Yay. Our beautiful chain link. All right, let's see. It's loading. I can tell it just locked up, which means that's going to try to load it. There it is. Ta-da! All right, so let's see what happens if we make these physics objects. So let's just make one up here, and we're gonna duplicate it. I don't know why I rotated it. Didn't need to do that. You ever like make something and you're just like, yeah, that looks real good. I like this chain link. It looks good. I'm happy with it. All right, so now we're gonna make all these physics objects and just see what happens. Hey, look at that. That's cool. So they all have a very low mass, right? So, you know, it's very easy for us to push them around. They're not heavy. Right? They are bulky, though. I'm getting a little lost in there. So now what happens if we make, let's make it, grabbable. Actually, if we grab it, it's going to mess it up. So we can't do it that way. Because when you grab something, it turns off the the collision for it. So if we do, say, pickable, so we can just take it. You are the weakest link. So that doesn't work. Yes, Mustang says, the things the Sandbox can do without coding still amazes me. Yeah. I am Nagul. Guess what? We're doing next. This is actually the thing that we're about to do is the thing that gave me the idea to do this at all. Hey, Touche. Let's do a moving platform. Basic platform. Whatever this thing is called. All right, that's I forgot to turn it off, but yeah, we can make it move. I meant to turn off the gravity. Oh, you know, it fell to the ground because there's so much space between all these things. So it's just the decompression. There we go. Can I get inside? Let me in. Let me in! I want to sit inside it. Ah! So you could make this smaller. I made it so big just for the to be able to see it because it's visually impressive. But you could make this a smaller chain. Let me in. It's too light. I'm just kicking it around, unfortunately. Okay. Let's make it a little bit lower. Maybe I can jump into it that way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Eh. Let me in. Oh. No. Get back. Let me in. Ooh, I almost had it. Yeah. I did jump through once. It must be possible, right? You're right, Dust Mustang. I believe I can do it. Although it was kind of at an angle. I'm just trying to sit at the bottom, but I don't think I made it quite tall enough. Honestly, that wasn't what I was thinking of when I made it. But what we could do is we can now attach some sort of gondola to it. So let's see. What do we got for assets? Something that we can sit in. Like a basket or even just a platform would be fine. Oh, I know. Hey, it's one of my favorites. Let's put that there. So the difficulty is going to be balancing this thing, really. if we center it. That looks pretty centered to me. All right, which way is this thing moving? It's moving this way. So we need a way to jump onto it. Okay. Let's turn the delay off. And let's move it more. Let's get this thing swinging. And move it a little faster. What if we add another platform at the end and arrange it in a curved shape? Platform at the other end. So like you're traveling from side to side. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Although right now I'm not making something practical. I'm just experimenting. Now we need to attach this to this one. Ta-da. That. And oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting. Oh. It's coming back. Ah! So the collisions on this one is just letting it go through the ground. Now this is an older asset, so maybe that has something to do with it too. It might also be because I wonder if it was designed below the ground. I don't think it was. So the collision on this part's a little bit weird. Hey, I got it! Oh, no! Alright, we need more height for this whole thing. Coming in like a wrecking ball. You got that right. Alright. No. Oh. It just knocks me over. Alright, I think it's moving too fast. And probably the delay's a good thing. We'll do 1 second and let's do 1 speed. And, you know, let's flip this thing upside down and see if we can make it like a gondola, kind of. Like that. And then it can afford to be up a little bit because the whole thing's gonna come down. Hey, last year try, how's it going? Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh no. So like we're the problem, right? Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the one making this thing super unbalanced by jumping on it. It's perfectly fine without me. I just want to run into the center of it. But, you know, who makes a platform that hangs from, like, a single chain like that? You would want it to be... You would want to have multiple points of contact. So, let's duplicate this out. And let's get rid of all this. And what's like a big platform that we can use? Oh, we could just have an elevator. There we go. Dance floor. It's a little bit bigger. And let's go ahead. Let's remove that snap when they spawn in. So let's go ahead and drop them down. Not all the way. Just close enough. We don't want them to start colliding with each other. But I think the real limitation we're going to run into here is weight. We can't define a mass on these things. So everything has what I call beach ball physics, where they just kind of fly. That should get us pretty close to where we want to be. I think it's going to fall down a little bit more, but I want the platform to be elevated slightly. This Mustang, can you make the platform? Oh, I just answered the question. Yeah. So yeah, there's no options for weight at this point. Oh, I never attached the thing. Oh, we can't have multiple parents. Oh, but we can make these links children of this. It doesn't really matter who's the parent or child in this. It just matters that they're connected. So instead of having the platform be the child of the physics objects, we'll have the physics objects be a child of that. And then they should all still pull together, I think. Nope. It's oh no! Oh no! Okay, that was gonna be one of my other experiments. Was what happens if we pull it to the breaking point. They just it figures out which link can clip through the other link. It just goes probably whoever's the closest to breaking and just goes, okay, you're gonna give up on your physics and just slide through. It's almost the same thing as Z fighting, probably, where it's like it's not that the computer is like choosing which link is gonna break. Just like in Z fighting, it doesn't choose which one's in front. It's just like the math worked out, and this one's the closest to passing through the other one. So it just happens because it can't not happen. The moving platform has no way of oh, you know what? I'm a goof. The reason why it did that was because this one didn't have gravity on. I forgot. But now we know what happens if you if you make one part of it not physics. There we go. Oh, wait, what happened with these? Collisions plus gravity. These are all children. So I think they just need to have collisions. Right? That didn't work. So these ones can't move around because they're just attached to this. They're static. What? Is it because of the way I compressed it? Maybe? Did I mess it up? Probably some of these are too close together. are you breaking now? Maybe it's too many physics interactions and it's just given up. It seems to really dislike this one here. Okay, what if we made it just like 3 point? And these have collisions. This is collisions plus gravity. And these are the ones attached to it. So that should work. Why you no work anymore? I squished it. Wait, did I just make a clip through the... like at the bottom of the map somewhere? Hmm. So it'll lift us up and drop us, but it won't slide us. So that seems like a limitation that we might not be able to get around. Ooh. Ooh. Can we make it like a swing and like pump it? Come back! Oh no. Ooh. Whee. Oh, it does seem to kind of work. If you put a lot of resistance to it, we make it swing higher. Oh. Ooh. Building and breaking, perfect description. You should have seen what happened to the chains earlier. When we turn off... When we just put it to collisions, we turn off gravity. It just snaps the chain. And then just goes... pulls tight, and then oh, I gave it enough slack. Interesting. Just enough. But if we set that out further, say 20, speed it up a bit. Now it's just gonna go. Ah! So what else can we do with this? I really wish I could get the swing aspect to work. Could it be climbable also? Ooh. That is a good question. I like that question. I have a feeling it's gonna fling us off. Or we like just slide right off. But let's see. Let's make it like not too wild of a ride. And let's make the whole thing climbable. Oh, I forgot to undo that. Oh. So the difficulty with this might be that the shape has the big hole in the middle. So, oh, that was cool. Oh, now we got it swinging in a big circle. Maybe I would say probably a different shape would work better. Make a giant whip machine. Well, I was going to try a bird behavior next. I'm not sure. So the bird behavior moves the top object. So I'm not sure if it will take everything with it successfully. We'll have to see. Oh, I climbed through. Get back here. This is like Shadow of the Colossus right here. Oh no. So yeah, having the big hole in the middle is not conducive to climbing. I don't know if you've ever tried climbing a giant donut before. Come on. I know I can make it to the top. I know it. Ooh. Let's get a head start. Nope. So yeah, it's difficult. I think with some different shaped assets, you could probably do a little bit better, or you can make it really complicated. What if we use replace asset with a preset? So let's get the okay, so let's make our basic chain here. Okay, we're oriented the same way. And let's cover it with what if we just made the whole thing? Let's duplicate it and then just rotate it a little bit. And we're gonna make it invisible and no collisions. So we got all that. Make the whole thing climbable. Only this one has physics. I don't know if you can climb on an object that doesn't have collision. I think it has to have collision. Otherwise, you're not sticking to anything, so I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, I think you would need to design a different shape that has a different sort of interlock and better surface area for climbing in order to make that successful. You could design a chain where it's got like bars on either end, so something like maybe if you did something more like that as an object. And like, you know, not with the hole there. So that way then you have like longer links with more surface area to climb on. That might work better. Okay, let's see what happens if we spin this thing around. Bored. Alright, I think this is gonna just make this top piece like disconnect from the rest of the chain. Yeah. So we need to have it not start out so far. You know, I wonder if we made all these children of the first one. Would they move to its position? Wait. What? Okay, that's not what I was expecting. It ignored their gravity? Okay. Well, I don't really like that. But let's see. And we gotta get rid of the height. Boards are real. Birds aren't real. They're a government psyop. Allegedly. I find it funny that the birds aren't real and they're just a psyop. The whole thing was a psyop, sort of. I mean, it wasn't government funded. It was like a guy. He's just like, what if I did this as a joke? I think he's like a writer or something. He like did it as an experiment. And then, of course, you know, there's a bunch of people who didn't take it seriously and were just like went along with the joke. And then there's a bunch of people who were like, wait, What if I could predict where it was gonna be? It does start consistently. But it moves so dramatically that I can't really. What if we just reduce the speed? I don't think I'm gonna get what I want with that. It like moves too suddenly for me to really tell where it's gonna be. I guess if you like did very careful measurements, you could predict the first position of it. But I think we could get a similar result with a easier to control method. So let's go with the advanced platform and just move it in the circle. Circular motion. Motion. Oop. Look at the station true, so it'll rotate. Let's do 4. And add point. Add point. Now it should go in a little circle. Wait, why did it drop everything? Why did it turn? Oh, because I had it face destination. So we'd want our link oriented a different way. There we go. Woo, look at that. Got a little whip to it. All right. Whoa. I've got more ideas for this. All right, so let's reset the rotation on this. So that's probably part of the problem there. Move offset. Okay, first one's gonna go 4, and then 4. Nope. 4. -4. Alright, and then let's move this so that way correctly is in the link. Alright, and now we'll have it look at destination. Oh, it has no... It just turns instantly. There's no rotation speed to it. Oh, that's why I was changing speed. Well, I wonder if the wait time could like set the rotation speed. No, it's still instant. Okay. So you could do other things with this, like, these don't have to be just a dangling down line. Like, you could have... Whoops. You can make this part of bigger mechanisms. I want to turn off the look at. I mean, you could even have it be kind of offset. So, like, let's make this one so it has no duration and moves a little bit faster. And this one will keep the delay and move slower. And now you've got kind of these asynchronous movements. But make sure there's enough slack in your chain. And they'll just be like really cool decorations. Now, granted, the advanced moving platform is considered one of the higher server lag options. So this might not perform well. It definitely wouldn't perform well in a multiplayer set. Actually, I'm curious to know what this will look like in multiplayer. So let's give it a shot. Let's save. What if the main link is a speaker that looks at target and the target is in between the 4 points? Okay, yeah, no, that's a good call. I like that. Speaker. We're being really super accurate here. So it's going to detect entity. Ooh. What is what's the big yellow? Detect enemy every avatar in range. What is my extra yellow, Oh, it's the broadcast on this. There we go. I was like, that's really distracting. Where's that coming from? All right. Let's see if that works. Oh, I didn't put a tag on the tree yet. Good call. Good call, not Jackie Chan. Now it pulls it around. Oh, it broke. It got twisted because we don't have the other one rotating. That's actually cool. No collisions on the tree, and we'll make the tree invisible. Hi, Dimitri. How's it going over there on Twitter? So, yeah, this top one keeps on turning, and the bottom one doesn't turn, so it's actually twisting up the chain. And, yeah, you can see it. You can see it right there. It's getting all jammed up until... Oh, it's twisting tighter. Ooh. There it goes. This is fun. I'm literally just having fun with this. This is like a toy right now. Is this what Sandbox is supposed to be? Right? This feels way more Sandbox than anything I've made in a long time. As far as like using the name Sandbox. This is like, you know, Gmod Sandbox stuff. All right. So let's get rid of this one, and we're gonna duplicate this over and put it back, basically. And duplicate the tree. Oh, I should have done that at the same time, because then they'll stay in the same position to each other. Okay, so now if they're both turning, maybe it'll flip them over. More physics options would be nice. I have asked. I don't know how high of priority it is, and I know that physics on multiplayer is probably a nightmare. But some specific things that I asked for was being able to change the collider shape, so we could use the advanced one that comes from the shape itself, or change the collider into like a sphere or a cylinder or a cube, depending on how we want to use it. Granted, you can just use another object as a parent collider, right? If you really want a sphere, you can build a sphere, make that the collider, and make it a parent of that object, and that object's just attached to it. But it would be nice to have true sphere colliders to make balls roll. And then have a mass option. So that way we could define a mass from featherweight to heavyweight. And I had some ideas about how you could like balance that. I think the easiest way would be to just leave the controls like to whatever the players want to set it. Make it as, you know, they can make it as heavy or as light as they want to make their game work. We don't have to like build specific rules around it. But you could also have something that like measures like the size of the object. I can see it used as some kind of avoid this in a room or an epic RNG. Yeah, I mean, we could have this do damage. We could have the whip end of the chain give so much damage when it comes close enough to a player, and if it's constantly moving, it'll just make sense. So just like don't touch it. All right, let's see how this. Let's see if this just turns itself over. I think it's just gonna loop. It might tangle a little bit, but then it's oh, nope. So I think that the shape that we had the loop in kind of still made it susceptible to getting twisted. But if we made it more rope-like, that might actually be all that we need to do. I think it's still maybe they're just kind of sliding in and out of the link. They're not really. They're turning it slightly. So I mean, depending on the shape that you give your chains, how curved you make it, and then yeah, and how you set up this arrangement, like it'll make a difference. All right, but let's get rid of the spinning aspect of it for now. I think we don't even have to take the speaker component off. We can just remove the tree. Then they have nothing to spin around. Yeah. All right, I want to see what this looks like in multiplayer. So let's do a test link. And I still have more ideas for this specifically. That I think we can make this into a quest, sort of. Get a link. Generate link. I get these songs stuck in my head now. Oh, could you hear that? Oh, my neck. Ugh, I need to, like, figure out my pillow situation better. Oh. Alright, link is in the chat. Let's see what happens. Join me in the game client. Oh, it's interesting how it says the lab in parentheses 4. I'm guessing other people have made games called the lab. I wonder why it's like forced like that. I wonder if it would do that on the map. What I need to make? I think I would need to make a unique name on the map. It just immediately broke. It just went no. I am Nagul. Did that fall for you also? Just instantly. It said no. Didn't even have time to look at it. So I know, so collisions still don't synchronize for multiple players. So unless it's a synchronized object. So the moving platforms should be playing the same time for all of us. We should see them in the same positions. Theoretically, we could jump on those. So it seems like these sorts of physics chains are not for multiplayer, at least not yet. I mean, you might be able to do a decoration with them, maybe if you had it on a not moving platform. Oh, hey, we split it. So maybe if it wasn't on a moving platform and just had it was just dangling and you could like run into it. But I wouldn't make it like a big part of anything. It would just be like a bit of decoration. And is the physics worth it for that little bit of decoration? Probably not. Probably not for the lag that might introduce and whatever else. Who knows? So yeah, you can see that I'm like jumping around all over the place, and that's because the server and my computer are not agreeing on where these chains are. So when I control my player, my computer's saying, I'm moving to this position. And then it tells the server that, and the server goes, yeah, but there's a thing there. You're not allowed to interact with that. Or you're not allowed to be in that place. And so then my computer and the server argue back and forth for a little bit, and I can be... Whoa. Ooh. What? How'd I get over here? So, I think it just threw me. The computer and the server argue, and then eventually they eat either me or the object across the map. Because the computer keeps on trying to say, I'm trying to move here, and the server keeps on saying, but you can't. And the computer goes, yeah, but look, that spot is open. And the server goes, no, but it isn't. So just, they fight for a while. All right. Okay. So not meant for multiplayer yet. That's okay. We're gonna try something different. Did I invent the human catapult? I think you could do that more effectively with other things. With a well, actually, you know, so I don't physics. So we don't have very heavy like ragdoll physics for players. You can get pushed by a platform, but you don't like maintain any momentum from it. But if you're sliding, you might. So I'm wondering if will this work? It might work if it's what's the collision on this look like? It should just be one flat thing. Yeah, okay. So what if we make this a slide? I don't think this is going to work really, but I want to try it. Somebody made a projectile with a carpet that could be rid on, but only works in single player. Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, what if so instead of riding on it, what if I use a projectile to, like, push a player? But I have a feeling that this isn't gonna work. Just simply because I haven't observed us having, like, that momentum preservation as a player. Basically, once you stop getting pushed, you just fall down. Hey, Last Year Trier just subscribed. Thank you. We might have plans for what to do with that kind of stuff. Maybe. Not anytime soon. Don't think about it. Alright, so I shouldn't be able to run up this. I should just basically start sliding down it. Whoa. Yeah. So that's expected, right? Getting the those Tony Hawk manual points, just sliding, staying in place, balancing. All right. So now, what if we get something with the? Well, we could use the same object here. And projectile. Oh no, it faces the wrong way. That won't work. I need an object that is rotated. There, let's just use something giant, where it doesn't even matter. Perfect. Whoop. All right. Message required. We'll say shoot. And under gameplay, we're going to make a rule for triggers, key input, select key 1, message on key down is going to be shoot. And that should make it fine. We're just going to make sure that that works. Oh, wait, what? Start with experience. Nope. There we go. Okay, so we can shoot it. Projectile force, really high. Projectile trajectory, straight. We'll do like a slight up angle. No, I don't actually want an up angle. Just do 0. Apply gravity, false. No, destroy on collision. Oh, is it gonna stop? It's not gonna destroy, but will it like bounce off? It just stops. No, it's not what I wanted. What's that? We're trying to make a... Hey, Sergio, over on YouTube. We're trying to make a launch system. I don't think it's gonna work. At least not with projectile, because the projectile stops as soon as it hits this. So unless we can prevent it from hitting that. I'm just wondering, like, if we're sliding, are we going to preserve that momentum at all? I guess if we had just made it a straight path, we could have done it that way. What if we attach the chain to this? All right, I don't think it's going to work with projectile. So let's do platform. That speed's not very fast, but maybe it'll... You know, what we could do is we could make 2 of them and then have them intersect. So like it's like with scissors, you know, flings us out. I feel like the move thing is not displaying correctly. Like, that doesn't make any sense, the way it shows that position. Yeah, why is it so offset? That's weird. Roxy and Miguel, how many favorite songs do you have? Put it a little higher than ground level so it gives you enough momentum on the slide before it stops. Are you saying that for the projectile? I guess if it just hits the top of my head, right? Ooh. The thing is will it... Ooh. Oh, I can just change the trajectory. Maybe I need to move the platforms down a little bit. Or will it, like, catch up to me? Whee! What? Okay. Oh, we can keep firing it? What? Wait. Can we just... Oh no, I didn't mean to make it disappear. Wait, did I put no collisions? I meant... Oh, you can't do collisions plus gravity. Darn. The projectile can have gravity. Yeah, I know. I was... Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense. You could just keep firing it after it lands places. That'd be kind of funny. I don't think it even hit me. Alright. Let's get a longer object. Yes. When you want to block all the things. Except no substitutions. It's too long. I can't move it any further back. I wanted to see if we'd go flying off the end, so that object actually isn't gonna work. It's too big. There, this is the one I meant to use. How much do you want to block? Yes. Exactly. Everything. So I just don't think that the projectile is going to work because it stops when it hits us. Oh, I didn't make that a slide. It didn't work. That's okay. All right, that was a silly detour. Wasn't even. Wait. The one thing that I wanted to try that I didn't. What if? What if? What if? Can we make a chain chomp, basically? Whoa! Wait. Why is it a bird? What was that? Oh, hey, sorry, Duncan Stamp. I missed your chat there earlier. I hope you're still here. Um, do I play D&D? So I have played D&D. I haven't played it recently. I really only played one campaign with some friends. I really enjoyed it, but it's one of those things where we're adults and we have busy lives. And gosh, that was 15 years ago. So, but I do like RPG games, and I have enough dice to go around. So, yeah. um. Garnikin says, I can't imagine some engine dev watching, taking notes, preparing headache pills. Maybe. All right, but I don't know. Maybe because didn't I tell it to have collisions plus gravity? I wonder if it's because it was attached to this. Maybe what happens if I just fire it? Boom. Like the dice are just so pretty, right? Emily talks. I've got fancy ones that are expensive. I got cheap ones that just look cool. I've got giant one, well, one giant one. I used to roll for the giveaways with that thing. Made the desk make clunking noises. I think that's actually why I bought a mouse pad. It was one of the main reasons. All right. I don't know what's going on with the physics here, but let's say Wait, I swear it had collisions plus gravity before. Okay, let's make it not inside the object. I'm just gonna follow as a tail, because that probably didn't help. Woo! I think it goes too fast. Oh, is this still have no? It it should be fine. Boop. I think it just goes something about it being a projectile, I think. Oh, there we go. Ha ha! We made a chain chomp. Sort of. Okay, we can't really interact with it, but replace. Let's see. What should we replace it with? No, unfortunately we couldn't do chains together with this. It wouldn't work. Oh, I broke. Chain together would not work because you can't bind the players in any way, and you can't we can't make like carryable objects because their collisions turn off. Oh, oh sorry. Their collisions turn off when you pick them up. Maybe if you made something like a gerbil ball for the player, but as you can tell, the physics chains break really easily. Um, if there's any sort of like pulls against each other, and none of this works multiplayer anyway. So that's yeah. All right, we're back to our little wiggly chain there. We got to restart our playlist. All right, so I wanted to do some sort of quest mechanic with this. Gosh, have we been going for 2.5 hours already? That flew by. One second here. All right. So I was thinking, what if we could like do a wall break? So let's get rid of all this. And let's set up some ancient walls. And we're going to let's just give him a tag wall. Yumili Talk said, I made a post long ago saying D10s should all be banished to the Shadow Realm because they are not platonic solids like the rest. D10s are pentagonal trapezohedra. I mean, how would you would just not have any game math connect to tens, so no percentages. Because they go from 8 faces to 12 faces. I guess you could do a D20 and divide by 2. Divide by 2 and round up. Oop. Just knocking things over. Sorry, 1 second here. All right. Just change the 6 to a 0 on D6. Wait, oh. You can roll 3 D4s, you will get less extreme numbers, or roll 2 D6s and you can get 0 to 10. Just change the 6 to a 0. So if you roll two sixes, if you roll 2 6s, that's like an ultra mega fail. All right. I think rolling a d20 divided by 2 rounding up is intuitively easier. The 6 is cursed. All right. I always want to put sensor volume. It's trigger volume. All right. Ba, 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 ba. Not switch. Where's the thing I'm looking for? Is it multiplayer only? Where's the thing that lets you turn physics on and off? I can't remember what it's called. My brain's just not braining right now. Actor properties. That's what it's called. Okay, so we need to make this a multiplayer trigger volume, or yeah, multiplayer trigger volume. All right, and then actor properties. I think it's because it says actor. It's just not the word that I expect it to use. Oh, you can only turn collision on and off. You can't turn... You can't turn it to physics. I suppose we could replace it with a preset that has physics on. Spanner with the same... Oh, spawner with the same object with physics. What if I just do a replace asset? Yeah, I think that'll work better. Okay, but I don't think I need this to be single player. I mean multiplayer. I'm just hoping that they don't. I mean, it's the idea is I'm going to be knocking them down, right? Not that I've said that out loud. Y'all are just along for the ride. What am I doing? Oh, that was more dramatic than I thought it was gonna be. Bam! Maybe we need to add a little bit of space between them. Just a hair. Just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. You won't even be able to tell it's there. That's still really dramatic. Why does it fling so hard? I'm not even touching the ones on top. Oh, it just does that when they all replace. One-inch punch is OP. Ricky O kicking down the wall. One with physics, one without. Well, so I was kind of thinking, like, have this replaced back to one with the physics with just regular collision on, after they're done falling. Do you have a permit for that wall? No. Here's my permit. It says I can do what I want. I think they're intersecting with the physics of the existing objects. What if we set this to no collisions? Yeah, that's what it was. So they replace so fast that they crash into themselves. Interesting. So how do we prevent a player from getting into there? So I think we would want. Okay. So let's undo all this silliness we did with the spacing, because I don't think that's gonna make a difference now. That's 39, 38, 52. Oh, it has to be the half. Duplicate. So that makes more sense. But we don't want the players to knock this over accidentally just by touching it. We want a blocker in front of it before that. And we'll just have to make the blocker be destroyed. Okay, so obviously the player is not going to be the thing that causes this to trigger, but this way we know that the blocker will disappear. Cool. All right. So that's good. Let's go ahead and save. I'm gonna take a break for a minute here. We're gonna listen to Panda's news of the week, and we'll be back. All right. Be back in like 5 minutes.
Hello and welcome to the news of the week with me, PandaPops. Let's jump right into it. First off, we have the Jab We Met avatars, which you can mint right now. Navigate to the mint page, click mint your avatar. They are 50 sand each. Make sure to have your wallet unlocked. Make sure to have your sand in your wallet. Select the amount of avatars you wish to purchase, and then click buy. Next up, we have the solo leveling event. Make sure to go click and check that one out. Depending when you're seeing this news of the week, the theme has now been revealed. And then we have our avatar owner August rewards. This month is all about the ducks. Make sure to check out the events page that shows all the events currently happening right now. We also have a VoxEdit contest, Kevin DeRug. This is a scene-based contest, so within one asset you do need to create a little scene. So recreate Kevin going on an adventure somewhere in the world. Prize breakdowns, and you have until August 15th to get those submissions in. As part of the news of the week, this contest will have finished. Make sure to keep an eye over in Discord creator announcements, as well as the @VoxEdit over on Twitter, where we announce all of our VoxEdit contests there too. Now for our mentions of the week. The first mention goes to Anna Joyce for the Bubble Blaster experience. They are running an event over the Builders Challenge as well. Multiple sand rewards for this event. Make sure to go check out Bubble Blaster. Next up, we have Pickaxe Master Misty Mountain. They're running numerous events. They have also partnered with other studios as well to run cool little initiatives for winning pickaxes. Make sure to have a good read of their About section that goes into detail about what they are doing. An amazingly detailed world that they have built here. Looks absolutely fantastic. Do go check it out. Our next experience is Retro Gaming Game Jam Ape Rage. Do go check this out. This is part of the Lion City Legends event as well. But really cool experience. As it says here, this was actually part of a game jam from quite a while ago now. Definitely do go take a look at it. It's a really, really cool experience. Moving on to some assets now. The Jamaican Cockroach by the John Crow. Absolutely amazing little creature right here. Numerous animations. I'm going to look at the technical specs. So parts of its size are as big as some of the avatars, which is absolutely terrifying. And its height is 1.4 meters high in the sandbox, which is almost one and a half terrain cubes tall. So this is big. This is a big boy. For 42 sand. Our next mention goes to an equipment piece. This is a headwear, Shinobi Noodle headgear. Absolutely amazing. As you can see, it has little movements, little drips of ramen sauce, I'm guessing. We've got the chopsticks on top. Feel like a little beat top of on the bottom top of the hat bowl. Really cool, absolutely amazing. This was created by AU24K. Make sure to go check all of these artists and creators builders out. I'm also just going to scroll through the character section right now so you guys can have a little look at some of the characters that are currently up for sale, because there's so many amazing assets that definitely need to see a whole bunch. Absolutely beautiful assets. Right here, this weapon shop, 30 sand. Look at this. This is an official Sandbox asset, but oh my goodness, the detail. It's so pretty. This is just so pretty. That's only 30 sand as well. Amazing other assets right here. We've got a similar style to the other shop. We've got a library here. Just fantastic assets. Gothic chair. Oh, love these. Look at these crates. Look at these. Look at the detail. The texturing. There's a little bit of Z fighting there. That makes me a little bit sad. We'll work on that on a VoxEdit stream. How you can avoid that Z fighting, unless it's the desired choice that you're going for. This is really cool. This is a really cool asset by ChocoPunk. That is currently it for our news of the week. So now back to your regular scheduled content.
Hey, how's everybody doing? What if you don't know who the rug is? I didn't hear all of Panda's video. I didn't hear the beginning of it, so maybe I'm missing the context there. Go West. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. All right, let's get the music back up. All right. So we now have our wall set up here. And we're going to not do it with avatars, but we're going to do it with specific tags in range. We'll work on it on VoxEdit stream. Part is hilarious of Panda News. Kevin the Rug. Oh. Wait, was there something about... Was it with the meme stuff? There we go. Now, is that... So I remember when this happened. Is it just based on the memes, or is it like, did that project actually pivot to like embrace that? Because I remember that being a lot of conversation at the time. I guess that's what it seemed like it was about. Here, I'll grab the Medium article. Kevin was left behind by his Pixelmon friends, and now he's off on an adventure to find his friends and make new ones along the way. I think it's just about the memes, because it's not it doesn't say it's like partnered with anybody. I mean, there's Pixelmon, but like, does Pixelmon still exist like as a brand? Oh, you do need to mention Kevin DeRug on Twitter. So Kevin DeRug is this account. I think it just kind of became its own thing. Account by Team KDR. The top tweet by Team KDR, or with Team KDR hashtag, oh, is DM Archer doing what DM Archer made. It's cute. but I'm not really familiar with Team KDR. Yeah, I don't really know the whole history behind it, like where it's gotten to now. It's just I think he's just kind of taken on a life of his own. Also, wanted to point out, while I've got your attention, the Pickaxe Master is doing an event with stuff by AU24K, Go West, and Pickaxe Master. Opportunity to earn some gear sets with Hot Shot, sorry, no S. The name of Go West's experience is evading me at the moment. It says there's a thread. Well, why don't I see the thread? There we go. It wasn't loading the below tweets. 3 experiences, 3 gear sets, 3 winners. Each completed quest gives you 1 ticket. The more tickets, the more chances to earn a full set. Find out to get tickets below. The event will run the 25th of August at basically a second before midnight. Grab as many tickets as you can by playing these experiences. Golden Hotshot, Mission Drop Possible, and Misty Mountain. I am Nagulus is the day they revealed the characters. It was a pivotal moment in Web3. I remember it. I wasn't at all like I didn't know who made the art. I didn't know anything about that team. I wasn't interested particularly, but I do remember the turmoil. All right, so I'm gonna share this in the chat. You want to check that out? Get some cool equipment from some cool people. All right, so let's make this quest here. So we're gonna that and then duplicate it. All right, this one's just collisions. These ones are going to be collisions plus gravity. And we should have some sort of wrecking ball type asset. I don't think we'll actually have a good one for that. Maybe, oh, you know, maybe maybe a combination of these. Oh, those are a lot smaller than I thought they'd be. Maybe it's a possibility. What's the bottom of the dragon egg look like? Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, we're gonna assemble some of these in a circle. There we go. Make it a little more compact. Chain's in the way. Alright. I think that's pretty good. It's kind of like a wrecking ball, sort of. Or at least, you know, like an ancient wrecking ball. Like one might find in a hidden temple of doom type scenario. Alright, so let's join that all together as one thing. We're going to attach it to the end of the chain here. It actually looks so tiny now next to the chain. I feel like I need to expand it. I was like, yeah, make it more compact. But now it looks too compact. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a test, but it should look cool too. All right, that's a bit better. Now it's got this cool core too. All right. This one's gonna. These two are gonna turn up. If I can select both of them. There we go. Let's give it a little save. How you hanging in there, chat? Okay. Too low. That's okay. Can raise it up. I didn't have any include tags, so it just included everything. Nice. All right, save. Yeah, says I'm the ghoul. Yeah, that's right. I wonder if we can move these up a little bit and if that will mess it up or not. Just so it looks attached. So that's when we get the crazy bird stuff, is when they intersect. Roxy Miguel with the clip. All right, we'll just get it really, really close. So we're losing a lot of momentum because as this thing falls, it does a little ka-chunk that like puts motion back, well, that way. Watch. See, it falls, and then the chain right above my head basically hits the bottom first and then kind of bounces back up. So it loses some momentum, but it still visually works. I wonder. Let's not. Let's connect it to a different part of the chain here. Oh, that was so much more satisfying. It is too low again. Okay. I mean, we can also kind of dig out a trench a bit. Whoa. Yeah. All right. I think that's exactly how we want that to look. But now we got to set up how it's going to happen. To do that, we're going to need to set it up ahead of time. Emily Duck says, doing more phone stuff here, kind of in lurk mode, but that looks awesome. Thank you. Now, why would a civilization set up a device like this? I don't know. I don't know. This is, I don't know, their emergency. You know, instead of hiding a key under a rock, you know, they hadn't invented keys yet. So they made this contraption. And they're like, it's kind of the same thing. There's a rock, right? Each civilization has its own way of knocking on the door. That is right. Exactly. Like, honey, I'm home. That's... Alright, now we give this thing health. That's pretty cool, huh? That for like the past 2 days, actually more than 2 days, like maybe 3 or 4 days, this idea has just been running in my head like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if? And I was like, you know what? Forget challenge accepted for a day. We're going to do this. So now we want to make it so that way we can't just kick around these these things, right? So let's get a sense of how long this takes. If you don't keep boxing, Alex comes down knock. Alright. Falls, and then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so about 6 seconds. We'd say we don't want to take all that fall damage. So we'll set a timer for 6 seconds that then resets the blocks back. Hey, Alex, you want to participate in the next game jam? I've never participated in a game jam except as a judge. That's why I wanted to do challenge accepted, because I felt like I was telling people how to make games and I wasn't showing that I could do it. So... Almost everything I've built has been like these little vignettes, and I've never made like a full narrative. And just because, you know, by the time I'm done figuring out all these mechanics and showing you how to do it and stuff, we're on to the next version, and there's new mechanics to figure out. So I don't know if I'll ever participate in a game jam. I feel like because I run the company that does the judging, probably not a good idea for me to participate in the game jam. Roxy redeemed save work. All right, Roxy Miguel. Mission understood. All right, so we know we want a timer of about 6 seconds, and I think we could just put it on here. Timed events, wait for message, and it's gonna be enter. We're not gonna have it reset. Wall fall. Time is 6 seconds. So what if I don't want a sub event? Freeze. All right, and so now we're going to take our preset, which is just this, basically. Actually, we can we can just duplicate this. Get rid of that. So replace asset and falling wall. So then this will be, this is just going to replace it with the regular wall. Message required is reset, or sorry, a freeze. And replace by ancient cave wall A. Abuse the Senpai Alex as a community project and build a game entirely through Twitch points. That's a fun idea. That's kind of how Wizzy got created. I mean, we didn't use Twitch points, but it was mostly like, hey, let's make an adventure. Okay, we need a wizard. We made a wizard. What's the wizard gonna do? He's gonna ask us to go find his pet. His pet was a cat, but it got transformed into a squirrel. So we'd fight a squirrel and then figure out how to replace it with a cat asset. we had started building up that game, and then we went on to other things. I feel like it would be it's a fun idea. I don't think I would mind doing it. It's just it would be very chaotic. And some ideas take longer to make than others, so depending on how the Symbiotics is used, it would get a little out of control. All right. So replacing with the wall with no behavior. I don't know if that should just, I don't know if that'll reset the collision. So let's make it, let's I think some of these are kind of broken up too, aren't they? Props, wall. Yeah, some of them are in pieces. If only. If only they were broken on both sides, that would be cool. And those are so the broken versions of those are exclusive assets anyway. For now. So we'll just use these. Okay, so freeze is gonna replace it with that asset. I don't know if it's gonna replace the physics or not, so we'll see. Let's see actually. Oh. Uh-oh. I don't have a respawn. So when I want to do a quick respawn, I add a game rule. Trigger, key input, 1, and message, kill. And now it should respawn me. Fade to black. Alright, so we know we can kick this over. And after the freeze message gets sent, it should reset. Take it too long. My sword. Okay, so after 6 seconds, this should have been replaced. It does work. Sweet. So all of these will get replaced by this. So frozen wall. Falling wall. And then it'll get replaced by that. Cave wall, behavior none. Alright, we're gonna save the preset. Confirm. Delete that, and then these should be doing that. We'll just make sure. Did it not change the punctuation? Or not the punctuation, the capitalization? I did tell it to save, right? I thought I capitalized it. Freeze, ancient cave wall. Okay. Alright. So now, after 6 seconds... these should freeze into place. Oh. Oh no! Why was the fall so weak? Why'd it get stuck? That was terrible. Danger of using physics in your games is having it not work the way that you wanted it to. Okay, well, at least... and now we're stuck. So I think we would want a way to, like, reset the puzzle if it doesn't work. Maybe it's the way I broke it. Hey, that looks better. You can see him freeze into place. That's not bad though. Maybe more, maybe longer than 6 seconds. We'll give it 10. Because the idea is that that gap will be, we won't be able to jump across this gap anymore. It's gonna, we're gonna delete all that. So there's just no way to get over there that fast. Where's my sword? What's this one? Ta-da! That's pretty cool. I like that. Of course, if we had more, like, assets, we could, you know, make these into more jagged edge, rubbly bits of stuff. Now we need a sound effect to play. Those all sound too small. There we go. Not quite crunchy enough. I don't know if that's going to keep playing over and over. It seems to only play once. You have 35k Twitch points. Maybe it's a good way to spend it. Good grief. You're just gonna bespoke a game into existence with Twitch points. I'll have to talk to Panda about it. About how we'll do that. Alright. So let's clear up this ground. Actually, I kind of want I want more out of the sound. Okay, so we want to SFX library. Hey, play game for fun. How's it going? There's still 14 pages of these. Bullet impact. Wait, is there like an explosion? Okay, we're gonna play that initial sound. And then I think we'll just add some more. We're just gonna enhance it. Oh, rock slide. What was it? Ground collapse. That should play after this initial bang. So barrel explode. Play sound. Message to send. Collapse. Oh, you think you lost your streak again? Oh no. We'll add one more. And that's going to be the... What was it called? Stone Rumble. So that's going to play with our initial enter message. And 67. Alright. Alright, wait. How did this get all twisted? Did that have physics on it the whole time? That was just supposed to have collision. I wonder if that's why it's been a little wonky. Rid of that too. Nice physics. I've been away. Yeah, this is all we've done today. We built this link, and then we've been setting up this whole puzzle here. Not a puzzle really, but just what would you call this? I would call this a set piece, like in a movie. Okay. I was thinking 3D sound would be cool, but I think it might be louder if we do it with 3D sound off. Because you really want to feel like the sound's coming from everywhere. What? Oh, there it goes. Okay. At least it did it before the wall froze. Now we still have to crawl through. So, like I said, disadvantage to physics is that, you know, something could always mess it up. Oh no, starting from 1. Sorry, play game for fun. Alright. So now let's build up this space a little bit. Let's give it I don't know, let's give some thickness to the walls. Let's Alright, and who knows what's going to be on the other side here? Treasure room or something. Is it already 5? Alright. If somebody's going to stream, I'm going to raid them soon. Wow, this flew by. I felt like I was in the zone. Like, I mean, I know we did some goofing off, but I felt like I was pretty good, well focused on what we were doing. So the thing that we would want to be able to do with all this is reset the puzzle if we need to. Or have some way of it, like if it doesn't work, some way of fixing it. Like that. I kind of wish it had a second sound effect in that case. We're able to crawl through. I wonder if the blocks kind of held it together more. I thought maybe they'd create some back pressure to like force these things to fly open better. So I mean, really, the better solution to all of this in this case would be to have the blocks be smaller pieces, right? These wall panels are really big, and a wall's not going to crumble that way. So you would actually want to have a bunch more smaller versions of these that all go flying. You know, it's the same setup, just with more little pieces that hopefully knock over more easily. But maybe we'll come back to this and we'll make like some smaller block pieces that will, you know, replace our big wall here with something more bespoke and maybe some jagged edges, and set it up that way. Could be cool. Ooh, especially if we make some where they're like this, and as the pieces fall apart, maybe some are like left behind. We'd probably want to give it like a 1 voxel tolerance, so that way they don't go flying. And if they're smaller pieces, we don't necessarily have to freeze them in place either. But I think that itch I needed to scratch to make this thing work has been satisfied. It does work. It does what I wanted it to do the way I wanted it to do it. There are definitely some improvements that could be made, but I think I like making proofs of concept. It would be nice to make a full game though, but you could totally make like a Tomb Raider kind of thing with this. Be pretty sweet, huh? What do y'all think? I wonder if we could simulate the sound better, especially if there was like a second hit. What if each brick had a sound component on it. Now, if we could only copy and paste this from one experience to another. I mean, honestly, this wasn't that hard to set up. I mean, you watched me do it, and it's not that many assets. All the logic behind it was pretty simple. I did use the blocker asset here as exclusive, not a basic. But... It's easy enough to make your own for that. I think the most complicated part was lining up the chain to where we wanted, well, making the chain, obviously. Lining up the chain to where we wanted it, and then assembling this ball. But all this stuff was pretty straightforward. All right, let's see who is on Twitch right now. Anybody playing the Sandbox that we can raid? Alright, nobody streaming it right now. I do see that we're following somebody who's streaming right now. Who's this? Sir Papa 23. Now, this is not in English. It's in Spanish, it appears. But they are doing software development from the Dominican Republic. Who speaks Spanish? Show of hands in the chat. Do we want to raid somebody who's speaking Spanish? Let me, Okay, yeah. They are speaking Spanish. Honel says they can start up. Honel, you gonna do a mage raid? Raid anyway, we want the channel points. Do you get extra channel points when you raid? Alright, Hoddle's gonna do a mage raid. So we'll wait till Hoddle says in the chat that she's going. I wouldn't mind raiding this person, but they're doing like actual like coding. I don't know what they're building in. I can't see what the name is. Oh, they're using Yo-Yo Games Game Maker. They're doing actual coding. But oui, me sprechen si español. I think that's a couple different languages. You get 250 sandcastles for doing a raid. That's cool. I didn't realize you got bonus points for raiding. You can see I've used Twitch about 1 million times more. I'd say I've spent of my time on Twitch, I've spent maybe like 0.01% of it actually watching people on Twitch, and the rest of the time I've been streaming. So when it comes to like the community stuff, like how to use Twitch points and stuff like that, I learn mostly from like doing stuff. I haven't experienced it on the viewer side really, because I don't watch a lot of streamers. It's not that obviously I don't have a thing against streamers. I just I like doing a lot. I'm always doing, and I have a hard time sitting and watching somebody. But if I do sit and watch somebody, like I can't do anything else. I can't like have it play in the background. I can if it's like a movie I've seen before, I might be able to have that play in the background while I'm doing something. It depends on what I'm working on. I can almost always have music playing, unless I'm trying to write an email. If I'm trying to like form any sort of language stuff. And you see this when I'm playing because I just start running in circles, jumping around. My brain can't think about things while it's processing speech, whether I'm speaking or listening. Basically, conversations, I have to block everything else out, or it happens automatically. So nothing else. My brain is not doing anything else when it's holding a conversation because it takes all my concentration to have a conversation. So yeah, I've watched streamers a few times, but it's just not a regular part of my day. But I love doing the streaming though. I love hanging out with you guys. All right. So while we're waiting for Hodl to fire up, what can we do? There was something. Lauren Soul said it would give very local sound effects if we did it per brick. So yeah, we could. Like I think not like per brick necessarily, but like each of these sections, we would want them to have a trigger volume just around the edge that would get set off anytime the wrecking ball touches them. So you'd have that initial whack, and then as it came back again, you would have more sound effects. That would be probably more work than it's worth. Ooh, okay. Hodl says I'm live. First one to suggest a game gets played. All right. Well, let's go raid right now. Have fun playing with Hodl Hill. Go suggest a game. And did it not? Why did it not do the raid? Invalid username. What? Why is it not working? Why can't I make it raid? /raid. Is it because I put the @? There we go. Well, the first time it didn't even do the /raid. It just was like nothing. Just nothing happened. It was weird. All right, go have fun with Hodl. I will see you all tomorrow for more mage raids. Have fun.